Hey everybody, I am coming to you from my car. I did a Facebook Live from my car a long time ago, and I really liked it. In fact, I really liked the energy in my car, so I thought I would do it again. So I'm going to talk today about how I manifested not just this free trip to South Africa, all expenses paid, free airfare, free 2-week trip to South Africa, to Durban, Cape Town, and Johannesburg. So if you have any travel tips, let me know. You can even post them below just in case other people want them too. But also, I manifested a 3-night hotel stay in Mexico, the Caribbean, or the United States. So I manifested, I was just a manifesting machine. And I want to share how I did that, and also one of the big lessons about this manifesting experience. So without further ado, here's how it all went down. So a few of you know, all of you know, that I was at the New York Times travel show, a week ago? I don't know. And when I was there, I set an intention, and the first intention was, hey Ashley, the first intention was to support Dance Adventures, which is my dance travel company, and also to generate a trip with my mom to South Africa for her birthday. So my mom was coming up on her 70th birthday, and I was like, we gotta do something rad, and it's South Africa, and this is how it's gonna go down. And I didn't really know how I was going to make that happen, and it didn't really matter. Like, I just knew that I was going to put myself in the right place to figure it out. I go to this travel show, I'm walking around, and I'm meeting all these people from all over the world, and South Africa has this like giant line of booths, and they're talking about safaris, and they're talking about all these different places you can go, and I'm talking to people, and I'm getting all of the information, and I'm shaking hands. And this is the first part of manifesting, right? Is we don't manifest something from sitting in our room and being by ourselves. Like, we manifest by setting the intention. So I set the intention, like, my mom's turning 70, that woman and I are going to South Africa. And I set the intention to like actually go and do the work to do it. And doing the work is the second part of manifesting. So set the intention and don't just sit in your room. Like, go put yourself in the place where you're going to meet the people. You're going to create what you need. You're going to create the connections, and you got to show up and actually do the work. And I like to say that if you're setting a really big thing that you want to manifest, like whether it's your first $10,000 month in your business or a trip to South Africa, you got to make sure that you're taking big action. And that doesn't just mean doing. It doesn't just mean doing a lot. It means also taking big self-care, taking big action, staying consistent with your action, and being as consistent with your action. The consistency has to be equal to the size of the goal as well. So that was the next thing I did. I went around and shook a ton of hands. And I remember there was this moment where I saw the free trip, and I was like, oh, I'm going to win that. It's just the way it is. And I set the intention in a second. Like, I had the intention to get the trip. I saw the opportunity. I set that intention. I went, I signed up, my name and my email, and I walked away. And I didn't think about it at all after that. And I have it that this is another thing about manifesting, is really trusting the process and showing up for it. And when we're stressed and fixated on that goal, that's an energy that actually blocks the energy of manifestation. So if I'd walked up and been like, oh, I hope I get this, and thought day and night about how I like really needed this trip to South Africa, I needed to manifest it in that way, then it wouldn't have worked. And also, like, being attached to how things manifest or the timeline on which they manifest is also something that gets in the way. Hey, Pam. So I released the timeline. I was like, I'm going to win it this way, but even if I don't, I'll win it some other way. And I got unattached to the result. So, oh, my train of thought. Oh, and as I was saying at the beginning, I didn't just win this. I also won this free 3-night hotel stay. Same exact principle. Like, there was this giant wheel with about 50 different, like, notches, and a tiny little sliver that was like, free trip. And people would go up, they spin the wheel, and back in my former version of manifesting, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to spin that wheel just right. I'm going to get just the right momentum, and it's going to land on the free trip. And I walked up and I was like, I'm going to win. And I spun that wheel, I released all attachment, I set the intention, and it landed on the right thing. So, I have it that it came from the same place, the trip to South Africa, and also this free 3-night hotel stay. And so let me just recap this thing about manifesting. So you set your intention, you get really crystal clear on what you want to create, you show up to the size that your manifestation is. So if you want to make $10,000 in your business, you best be showing up $10,000 worth, taking $10,000 worth of action, taking $10,000 worth of self-care, taking $10,000 worth of mindset practices. And then you don't fixate. You trust the process. You allow the universe to deliver on its own timeline, and you don't block that manifestation energy by filling it with stress or hustle or frustration. Like, that's all energy that does not align with manifesting. And I just want to end this video too saying that I almost didn't share that I manifested this thing online. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, what are people gonna say? And it actually became my most liked post ever of all time. So that's pretty interesting. And I think it just shows that people are out there and they want to create and they want to be the leader in their own creation. So if that's you and you enjoyed this video, please give me some hearts, give me some likes, post questions about manifesting, post ideas about manifesting or resources. I love Abraham Hicks. I'll post it all below. There's a few other additional resources on manifesting that I absolutely adore. So everybody have a great night. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll probably see you guys from the Dominican Republic, where I'm headed tomorrow to lead a coaching and dance adventure. So fun. And see you guys all later. Bye.